You've been lost and alone in the city of lights, I know. Getting hot, feeling low, and it's out of your control. You should know that I won't leave you. I'll stay beside you. I'm never letting you go. You've been lost and alone in the city of lights, I know. But I will guide you home. You've been lost and alone in the city of lights, I know. I know. Getting hot, feeling low, and it's out of your control. You should know that I won't leave you. I'll stay beside you. I'm never letting you go. You've been lost and alone in the city of lights, I know. But I will guide you home. Letting love pass by, something I've done so many times. Trying to keep my head high while everybody's dancing. 'Cause I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. Since you took hold of my broken heart, just like a miracle. You're the angel, the one I've been waiting for. You're the angel, the one that pulled me out of the dark. You're the angel. You're the angel. Letting go of the past, I can never understand. So many questions questions why, while everybody's dancing. 'Cause I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. Since you took hold of my broken heart, just like a miracle. You're the angel, the one I've been waiting for, waiting for. You're the angel, the one that pulled me out of the dark. Oh, I've been waiting for, waiting for. The one that pulled me out of the dark. You're the angel. You're the and I lost myself again. You hit just like a drug. This time I won't let you in. You're playing with fire. No, I didn't numb the pain, but this time I won't collapse like I did yesterday. Yesterday, you broke my heart once again. I won't buy the dust in return. I can't give in, I can't give in, I won't give in this time. You broke my heart once again. Well, you're bad, but you're bad it for me. I can't give in, I can't give in. I've already run with the wolves. Far from the light of the day. I can't go back to you, I'm stronger today. Been to the dark side, I don't know. So if you wanna shoot far away, I won't go back to you. I'm stronger, I'm stronger, I'm stronger today. I'm stronger today. Tú tienes la pócima para enloquecerme, pero voy a draw the line. Que yo ya sé que es de ti. I got to stay away, got to stay away. Sé que como un trofeo quieres tenerme, pero I don't need no one. Que yo ya sé que es de ti. I got to stay away, got to stay away. No, 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 baby, no, 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 no setbacks. No, 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 baby, no, 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 this time. You broke my heart once again. I won't buy the dust in return. I can't give in, I can't give in, I won't give in this time. You broke my heart once again. Well, you're bad, but you're bad it for me. I can't give in, I can't give in. I've already run with the wolves. Far from the light.
Hey guys, can you guys hear me? How's the audio like? Testing, testing. You guys good? Hello? Hello? Well, um, nice. All right, so we can start then. If everyone's here. Uh, so I hope you guys are doing good. So we're gonna hold, this is a MATLAB workshop. This is an introduction to MATLAB. It should be pretty easy coding. Um, it's not a huge deal. Don't worry about it. So workshop by default is like, yeah, we discussing in a group back and forth. any problems you guys have. I'm gonna go through these slides, which has most of the information, and I'm gonna show you live demonstration of MATLAB as well. So hope you guys will, like it, and then show up to the second one. So yeah, starting off. So today we are gonna go through how you can use MATLAB, bunch of basic stuff, creating and manipulating arrays, plotting data, importing, exporting data, and making a model just for fun, which could be helpful in case you're any major any engineering major, because you're gonna take E-systems soon, and we're gonna make a interesting model which is gonna be helpful for you guys soon. So why MATLABs? There are many programming software packages out there. My professor likes to call MATLAB a software package rather than a programming language or anything or so. And I totally agree with him, because this is a pretty dense software. So it's very good, and it's very easy for you to make models and everything. So what does MATLAB mean? MATLAB means matrix laboratories. Matrix laboratories, which are why matrix? It's so matrix is part of a type of algebra which we do many calculations in, including vectors, quadratic equations, all bunch of good stuff. Every sort of algebra can be denoted in matrices. Data visualization. Why don't we have Python? Don't we have all those sort of stuff for data visualization? So Python is very good at AI stuff and data visualization, and C is better if you could crack it. But how Python is easier than C to make models, MATLAB is basically easier than Python. Signal and image processing, there is another section of MATLAB called Simulink/Simscape. I don't know. So it's called Simscape these days, and you can process signals and images, just to decode them. We can make an entire new band, and then how things can be transmitted through signals. AI and machine learning, this is I guess this is pretty obvious by now, with the introduction of ChatGPT, that a lot of things are slowly tending towards artificial intelligence. So and artificial intelligence from my personal experience, it's the easiest to work on in MATLAB. It may take longer times to render any particular model, any machine learning model and stuff, compared to Python, because Python is almost bare bones. The compiler is easier to understand, for the computer to understand the compiler and all the program. But MATLAB is easier for you if you want to make a model. So I heavily suggested. This is a everyday growing industry, and all the companies, and especially if you're into hardware, simulating multiple designs, MATLAB is on the rise. It's a heavily demanded software protocol, so I heavily suggest it. So part of my goal today in the workshop is so that you guys see what MATLAB can do, and try it out yourself. You can only learn more and be better at things when you try it out yourself, not necessarily oh yeah, I got to learn it and then you forget. No, I really want you guys to see what MATLAB is capable of. I mean, this is basic introduction, very basic things. If you have done previous coding, in C programming or Python, you will see why MATLAB is easy. You will understand why what's all the hype I'm giving right now. I hope you guys are doing good on a Tuesday. I hope you had a very good long weekend, had fun, chill. Well, back at it until Friday at least. Alright, so basic stuff. So you can open MATLAB through USF Application Gateway. So you just go to and type in Application Gateway, and then sign in. So after signing in, you will find bunch of softwares which you can use for free. By the way, outside in the market, it's $1,000 or something, for a package or like a software. I mean, not all of these, of course, few of them. MATLAB, I believe, is like $400 a year, or maybe 100 per month or something like that. So yeah, please make use of this application gateway. Also, because you're a student, you can download. So I would heavily suggest you to click MATLAB 2021, so that like you can try it firsthand from your end, and have fun with it, play around. So yeah, I suggest you to click that. I personally have it downloaded on my computer, so all you have to do is like create a new account and download the things. So yeah, don't worry about it, guys. It's gonna be easy. So this is how MATLAB looks like. So what's it called? So yeah, I just have it downloaded on my PC because we bougie like that. I'm just kidding. You can do it too. So like once you open the downloaded section, this is how it's gonna look like. Right now it's kind of weird and jaggedy. So you can go to preferences, command window. You can go through different sort of things that you can just like how you want your numeric format, default settings, what else, yeah, bunch of stuff you can just apply, change as per your wish. Like I personally like it this way. Sometimes I like to switch it up and then have my things like this. So yeah, what's it called? So first things first, I'd like to mention just basic stuff. I believe you can figure it out yourself if not me mentioning. So whenever you use like what use a percentage symbol, it indicates you're making a comment. So everything that you write, that's for user interface, and like that's for the user to decide. The computer is basically like, whenever it sees a percentage, it just logs off, just like my 9 a.m. class. But yeah, and then the second point I'd like to say is basic math operations are kind of straightforward. Like your plus is a plus, minus is a minus, addition, subtraction, potato, tomato. The only thing I'd like to mention, sorry, butterfingers I have. Only thing I have to mention is the star symbol means multiplication. So you guys can like division is division and everything. So I'd like for you guys to try a equal to 0 semicolon 10. Let me, okay, so whenever you do that, right, sorry, I'm just not used to this keyboard. Okay, shift, a equal to 0 semicolon 10. You see, so 0 semicolon 10 creates an array, which we're gonna talk about later, something we might use later. So yeah, it creates an array which is basically like 10 slots of data, like memory allocation, that goes from 0 to 10. Because we didn't specify any period, it's gonna be by default the period is set to 1. So there's gonna be an array with like containing numbers from 0 to 10. So if you type in b equal to what's it called, 0 10, sorry, let's try 15 now, and then you put a semicolon, you're gonna see nothing happens. Whoa, didn't I just program? Didn't I just need something here? Like, what's happening? So yeah, all you have to do to find out what's inside b is use the disp function. So it's called display function. You just type in disp and then type in b in there, and then you should be seeing what's inside the array b, right? Going back, so that's what's in the bracket. That's what I was gonna show you. So now we're gonna go into just a tad bit more complicated situation, which is now 0 to 5 with 5 periods, right? So so let's go back to MATLAB, and then now you're kind of what's it called, making an array just a little more complicated, just a little more personalized. So you type in 0 semicolon, let's say 5, let's say 50. So basically what this is doing is creating an array with from of like 0 to 50 numbers with 5 units interval, as you're gonna see right now. If you enter, you see, so there's 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it's gonna skip in 5 intervals. So you can even use it backwards if you want. This is something, let's say y equals to 50. It starts off with 50, and then let's say I want negative 5 I want it to go from 50 to 0. So you just type negative 5 and then 0. So this goes backwards basically. So this is just fun stuff. You see how, like, if you had to do this in C or Python, you'll be having like a loop going on from I equal to 50 to what's it called, 0, I minus, all sort of headache. You have to define y, and then, like, you know, int y. You see I just did it in one line, just like that. Matrix Laboratories for the win, guys. Let's go. Easy. So CLC clears your command window, clear empties your workspace. So sorry, I just forgot. Yeah, you guys can see the workspace real quick. Let me see this. Preferences. Right. Command window workspace. All right. Okay, it's been separated. How dare they? So when I put display B, it's supposed to show. Okay, yeah, I just cleared it now. Just a second, guys. I might have to. Oh yeah, there it is. So this is what I like personally. You guys can change it however you want, you know, flip it around, have fun around with it. So yeah, what else? What do we got going next? CLC clears your command window, will empty your workspace. That's just for, you know, etiquette. Like if you ever wanna like create a new set of functions and whatnot, you can just do CLC or clear, and then you don't have to worry about 10 million variables you just made. Also to mention, like if I mention B right now, what's it called? I already made a B, right? Let's say B equal to 5. See, it became 5 now. So you have to be careful whenever you're naming your variables, because all this like 0 to 15 like numbers in an array gone. You just, because you just redefined it. Like right now B equal to 5 because that's the latest like thing you just defined as. And this is your workspace basically. This is what I wanted to show you. So it has like many details. If you ever make files or anything, it's gonna show you how much like data it holds. We'll get through that. I'll show you as we go by. No hurry. We have like 1 hour. That's kind of long, but we'll get through it. We got this. Also, let me know what pace should I go. If you have any questions, just put it in chat. You know, feel free. There are no dumb questions. So just go. This is a workshop, so this is a two-way communication bus. Just feel free, guys. It's let's take it easy. I'm a student too. I'm not gonna boss you around. You know, the thumbnail kind of made me kind of made me intimidating, but I'm not as intimidating. Just putting it out there. Next up, functions. Functions. We already saw one of these. I wonder what. It's the display function, disp function. So that basically displays what's inside a particular variable or array or anything. So functions, you deeper, if we go into, maybe hopefully in the second workshop we can make a function. That's also possible in C, Python. Like there's different ways of making a function. So for now we're just gonna use pre-existing functions because you know we take baby steps. We just got to know what MATLAB is, right? What is MATLAB? I'm just kidding. Matrix laboratories. So yeah, this is where you can make use of the help button. Should work on every MATLAB version regardless of what version it is, unless it's probably 1980s version. I don't know how even that looks like. So as long as you're connected to the internet, the help function should always help you, quite literally. So here's help. So you can just like click on it. Oh wow, and then you can just type in functions. You see, you can use, what's it called, language fundamentals, MATLAB, what's it called, programming scripts. So what's it called, math functions. So these are the list of functions you can use to do your math, you know. Better than Wolfram Alpha, trust me. This is what I use. So where are we? Okay, exponential function, exp in brackets, log brackets, natural log, it's ln. So the base will be e, magnitude, that's the square, the power, or there's a power function. There's the transpose. This is very useful for matrices in case you guys know, like, you know, it transposes the matrix. So yeah, I heavily recommend just like using your function. I can't like go through every function, so this is very helpful. I heavily suggest using this help. This help is not just for functions, by the way. It kind of is helpful for a lot of things. If you have like for instance in Simulink, where you have to put in like physical models to make demonstrations, you just type the name of the, let's say, scope, and it shows you, it like tells you what a scope does, how to use it, everything's documented. It's, if you have OCD, this is your heaven, trust me. So syntax is basically the function and argument. This semicolon is obviously what's it called, optional, because sorry, the argument is optional, so is semicolon. I mean, if you're using command window, like the semicolon is optional, but when you're using scripts, you have to use the semicolon. We can go through scripts soon. That's what we're gonna touch on towards the end. So argument is optional. Sometimes you can just call functions, like for example, do this, do that, like what's it called? I can't get one right now. I have user-defined functions in my head, but there are functions, trust me, like out there that you can just like call without an argument. Well, that's functions. Any questions so far, guys? Am I not going too fast? I feel like I'm a rap god or something, you know, I'm stuttering here and there. Please ask for any questions. I don't want this to be a one-way, you know, communication thing. All good? Also, yeah, I forgot to mention, like, go to the chat and make sure you guys check in, you know. Make sure you guys check into the link that's posted by the SHPE Tech USF, like, website. You know, 4 viewers, let's go. Anyways, yeah, I hope you guys are up to speed so far. I hope I'm not going super fast. That's our first 30 minutes, and let's go to the next. Creating and manipulating arrays. This is where I told you we're gonna come back to arrays. You know, you have to remember this is what Oh, thank you, Marcel. But yeah, creating and manipulating arrays. So this is the, what's it called? I'd like to show you the graph of how things work. So a single value is a scalar. I believe you guys know scalar is a quantity with only magnitude but no direction, and then there's vector which has direction. So scalar is just a magnitude. It's like some random number could be a scalar, like 2 is technically a scalar. So if you think about it, let's think about it, right? So math, what is math? Like mathematics to its basis is just a quantization or a quality, like, or measuring a quality of a certain object or something. Every equation you see are just like, E equal to mc square is just like, E is the magnitude of the energy, M is the, like, mass of the object, and c is the magnitude of the speed of light, you see. And then what else do you use math for? Like, oh, what's your grade? So it's just measuring the quality of an object. So that's like, oh yeah, like you got like 100 out of 100 in like an exam, so that's the quality. So that's what we use math for, right? So in this scenario, and usually when we're talking about math, engineering math, and what's it called, mostly physics like oriented mathematics, it's mostly you're gonna talk about quantization, so quantities. So scalar is a quantity, a magnitude. A vector is a quantity with direction in the terms of physics, but it also is like a one-dimensional array. So you're just arranging numbers, and it is quantifying in. It can be, in this scenario, it's like at one dimension. Like, so you can just name in. Like for a computer, it's like multiple dimensions. For you, it's like a single dimension, because we're not four-dimensional, like five-dimensional creatures or something, unless proven otherwise. But so yeah, vector is just like, I bet you guys have seen in your high school vector algebra or something. It's like 2i cap, 3j cap, 5k cap. The k caps are like I cap, j cap, k cap are just the directions. Oh, spiders. Are the directional vectors. So that's vectors. Matrices, beautiful matrices. Basically two-dimensional arrays. So because us as humans can't comprehend like beyond 3 dimension, like you can like physically move in like 3 different directions, but computers can't. They can't see multiple things, because for them, I mean, we can program them to see multiple things. Not if this is like ENIAC or some computer like that. Big ups for people who know what ENIAC is. That's like one of the first computers we ever had. So yeah, so we can like visualize a graph in 3 different dimensions, but a computer can like measure it in a 4th direction that you probably can't visualize, but it can, like, it just can make what's it called, quantize it in a certain degree, which is in the 4th dimension. But that's like matrices are just 2-dimensional for you to see. We're gonna go through what that is. Array is multiple values in one variable. Variable. So that's just like you can just put, because like I just showed you like how excuse me. Yeah. So how B over here is like an array of numbers from 0 to 15, and over here it's just 5. It just like switches like data from inside that particular, what's it called, memory space. So yeah, it's just multiple values that you're thinking about right now. So that's an array. It's fun stuff. Most of calculations use arrays. If you're looking at an interestingly beautiful array right now, your monitor is basically like an XY array of like things, which is like a matrix which is multiplied to a certain amount of RGB colors, like for example, like 5 red, 6 blue, and 10 green or something. That's what makes colors. So yeah, your screen, your display is an array, 1920, 720, all the things are just basically that's like an array of display. So yeah, while we are here, I want to touch upon line space function. It's useful when you want to make a certain number of variables between two numbers. For example, so yeah, right now we decided we have like, what's it called, like 50, like I want 0 to 50, I want like number spaced between like in 5 units, like space between like in 5 units. What if you want like, oh, I just want 5 numbers between 0 and 50? That's when you use line space. So it's that, oops, 0, 50, and you need like 5 numbers. So oops, sorry. Oh, it's linspace. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. It's, yeah, that's a typo. It always has been lin space. I was just abiding by spellings. And you see, so it gave me 5 different values equally spaced from 0 to 5, like, 0, 12.5, 25, 37.5, 50. So yeah, that's where you can use this. So this is helpful whenever you're what's it called, segregating data. Like how many data points would you want in a plot? How many data points within like a spectrum of things would you really want? And that's when you use linspace. I mean, it's called line space, but we type linspace. I'm sorry about the presentation typo. Next, specific row column of an array. What if you just let's make an array actually real quick. So let's make it A, because yeah, my vocabulary doesn't go beyond ABC by the looks of it. Occasionally XY. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So what's it called? We have, so I'm making an array. So how an array works is very simple. It's almost like how you write it on paper, in MATLAB at least. So if it's in Python, or if it's C, that's what I'm good at. So I'm gonna explain you guys in C. In C, if you need a 2-dimensional array, you're making a nested loop. Like, I personally never use while loop. If you use while loop, I think you're a genius, because I just use for, just make while into for or something. And so you use a for loop and a nested for loop to make to put in values in those 2 different dimensions. I'll show you how it's done in MATLAB. This is kind of crazy, guys. Like, look. So you, for the first row, you just put in the first number, space, second number, space, third number. Just put in a semicolon. Fourth number, oh, oof. Another 4 is just sneaking in there. For the fourth number, space, fifth number, space, sixth number, and mind equal blown. Jeez, if only, yeah. My professor, yeah, this is why my professor says it's a software package. It's not necessarily a programming language, but it is very helpful. It's very useful, trust me. What's it called? Yeah. So now we've made an array. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. That's it, guys. I'm kidding. But let's go to, yeah. So what if you want a specific column, or like a set of numbers in an array? So this is when you can use these beautiful functions that I clearly didn't steal from the MathWorks website. I genuinely didn't, but it's in there if you want it. So if you want the second column of an array, you just put in, let's say, second column, let's say second column of A, because why not? We just put in 2. A. Yeah, I'm 100% sure this is it. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. We learn mistakes as we go by, guys. Yeah, I usually never do this. I'm sorry. Missing, unbalanced, delimiters. Oh, yeah, it kind of doesn't work on command window. Like if it's a script, this is totally valid because that's a script. This is just like, all right, let's keep it simple. Go back to command window style. Dumb down a little. Just go second column equal to a. Oh, never mind. It doesn't let. I thought it didn't let underscore, but apparently it doesn't let numbers in as well. Interesting. Very interesting. A. All right, let's make it easier. Even easier for the computer to understand. Yeah, this usually works on the script, so don't worry about it because naming, like you can name your variable slash array into whatever you want as long as there's no space or you're using like characters like percentage or slash, which, so, what do you mean? Okay, let me see. Oh, my bad. My bad. I had a typo. I'm sorry. I'm having problems with knowing this keyboard. We navigate. It's kind of fun. It's nimble but complicated. Just to make sure. This is the millionth attempt I'm doing. So all right. See? Okay. Thank God for that. Hallelujah. So yeah, if you just want the second column, yeah, in command window, put your variable name simple, guys. Usually you can like use this variable name. I wonder, yeah, it should be possible, but keep it easy on the command window because you're not doing crazy programming unless you are. I'm kidding. So yeah, second column of A is 2 and 5. Voila, you just have it just like that. Next thing, selected rows. So what if you just want first, let's make a more complicated matrix, right? So let's make it rand n. So rand n is a function, in case you haven't guessed already. You can make, so let's even simpler than that. Let's keep it 12 comma 5. So I'm here random function is like making random numbers. You will possibly learn it in the next workshop, hopefully. But yeah, I'm creating a matrix, an array with 12 rows and 5 columns, I believe. Let's put it, before it goes crazy, let's put a semicolon. All right, nice. You see how the value changed? It's going crazy now. See, 12x5, that means, yeah. So if you want to know what is in B, now what's in the random function? Ooh, I just have 17 minutes. Let's go. What the hell? So yeah, these are numbers basically inside the B variable, and then so okay, what do we want to do? Let's say you need selected rows, like I need the first row to third row and like all the columns in the world, right? So that's when you use this function right here. I mean, not function, this style, you might say. You see, bro, trust me, this in C would be a humongous headache. So let's say it's A. Oh, we call it B now. So B, because we bougie. What's it called? We want 1 till 3 rows, right? 1 first row till third row. What's it called? First row to third row, and then just that. Let's make sure. I don't want to do this million times. So I'm right. Cool. You see? So first row till third row. First row, 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3. You see? You see the values are matching? You see? You see? This is how we pick data like it's cherries in a garden. Oh wait, that's the next one. I'm sorry. Spoken too soon. I mean, this is like 2 rows of a garden, maybe. Now, if you wanna specifically pick like, you know, cherry in the garden, whatever. So this is when you use a selected specific columns or like specific like. So in case it wasn't obvious already, in front of and behind this, you know, comma, you can place this back and forth. So if you just put in this 1, 2, 3 in this region of the, what's it called, function, you're just gonna see first till third column. And then if you like switch over and put like the colon in the beginning, it shows all any row basically. Now we want to go through like selected columns, right? So if you want just the second, the fourth, and the fifth column, I hope I made 5 columns. Yes, I did. Wow, my future spoke to me. All right, we increase our vocabulary. A new word has, a new letter has entered the chat. D. So yeah, let's make it B. Comma. Damn, where's comma? Oh yeah, there it is. Comma. So what do we want? We want the second, the fourth. 54th column. That's crazy. I wonder what happens. Yeah, it's just gonna show an error. So yeah. Oh yeah, never mind. I've done another mistake. Kinda saw that coming, I'm not gonna lie. Shift. I keep forgetting. Okay, yeah, there it is. So this gives you the second, fourth, and fifth column. Let's go back to the humongous matrix we just made, and this is the second column. You want to cross check? You want to verify? You see? You have it. You have it there. The fourth column, the fifth column. Yeah, there it is. You have the second, fourth, and fifth. So yeah, what's it called? It's a surprise tool we might use later. Or not, actually. But maybe not today. But you see, I wonder how this is helpful. If you guys are wondering how this is helpful, this is basically if you know remotely anything, I mean, not gonna judge you guys, but like how machine learning works is just like bunch of data, and like how you're analyzing certain bits of data, and you see why it's easier on MATLAB than Python. In Python you will have to actually I'll speak for C because I'm not proficient in Python, but yeah, this would be like, you know, this is still a nested for loop, I believe, and then you do a whole bunch of shenanigans, you know, cherry picking data. It's possible. It is like you can like write an entire operating system on C, but you don't because it's hard. You can, but that's exactly how MATLAB's just easier. It's easier to fruition your ideas. So yeah, just demonstrating the point I made like a couple of slides ago. Again, sorry if I'm too repetitive. Yeah, next thing, concatenation of matrices. Oops, come on. This GIF is supposed to be working. My bad. Whoa. Anyways, so that was the Dragon Ball Z, you know, woo, the, what's it called? They combine to become one, you know, situation. That's basically what we're gonna do. And the spaces are messed up. I'm sorry. So imagine A is 1, 2, 3 in first row, 4, 5, 6 in the second. All you have to do is let's just make it. You know, why not? Oh, this capital A? Nah, screw it. We don't want to do capitals. So let's make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just so that I don't you know, create new errors. We've made a array. Voila. So B, let's say B is, yeah, keep, oh, sorry. So every time I change, you guys observe this, you see? B has been this whole shenanigans, and watch me change it real quick. 7, 8, 9. Oopsie, my bad. Another array. So what if I want a new, not necessarily new, we used to see a couple of times, but a new array as a C, right? So C, we want first row as 1, 2, 3, second row 4, 5, 6, third row 7, 8, 9. How am I gonna do that? Whoa, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to master how this works. I need to do a madness here. Unless you don't, because MATLAB is so easy. Yeah, observe. Let me cook, right? And what's it called? Yeah, I just had the C variable saved earlier. I'm just kidding. So C, just to prove you guys that I didn't have a capital C variable preloaded, and then I'm just demonstrating it now. It's yeah, you guys have that much faith in me, but yeah, you observe this 3 times 5 double. It's gonna be this now. You see, that's how easy it is to merge matrices in MATLAB. Right, Maharshi? Oh, very fancy, huh? Now do this. I wonder how you're gonna do this, right? Let's say D should be 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12. So basically, I just divided like the A matrix and spoilers. So A matrix over here, and then twice the A matrix over here. Observe, my friends. Observe. Oh, this is D now, right? Yeah. Let's do a D. Oof. Where is this? Okay. So A space to where's star? Okay. There it is. Never mind. There it is. Star A. So observe. Easy, lightweight. So how am I gonna use this in future? How are you guys gonna use this in future? If you have any basic knowledge about neural networking, it's how we weigh different features, and then this just basically makes it so easy that you can just weigh certain features more than the other, so that you can make a better model into distinguishing or knowing features. But yeah, that's what's up, guys. That's what's up. Yeah, that's basically what I just said. Like, how should what should we do? How is this helpful? Yeah, neural networks, machine learning. Woo, big names. All right. Now I want you to switch the slide. There it is. Conditions and loops. Whoa, not this headache again. They said MATLAB was easy. I mean, come on, guys. So for loop. So it's trust me, it's easy. This is I equal to I times 5. That's like iterating loop. So if you guys don't know what a for loop is, so it's for I is an integer that I just made randomly. No, it made in this instance actually, and then it goes from 1 to 5. So as I is going to 1 to 5, it is in this loop. It displays 1 I. So what is happening is, like, for I equal to 1, it's displaying 1. I equal to 2, it's displaying 2. I equal to 3, displaying 3, yada yada until 5, how many ever you decide to do. And then unlike C programming, where you put curly braces, like you put your condition in curly braces, this you just type it out and then put an end over there. Ooh, I have 6 minutes. Easy. Let's go. Yeah, so that's for loop. If you're crazy, you can use while loop. I'm kidding. I'm joking, guys. I'm just joking here. While loop is also very helpful in certain instances. I'm just lazy and I just convert this into this basically and use for loop in every instance. But yeah, so while I is less than 5, so I is iterating basically from let's say I is 0. Usually variables are always stored in 0. Let me show you. D, oh wait, D has always been different. Let's pick a random number M because my name starts with it. M, you see, M is an unrecognized variable. If you type in, ooh, what the hell? Okay. Usually, if you put an int M and then put a semicolon in script instead of command window is just making it basic stuff. If you put it in script, by default, any variable just goes to 0. Let it be arrays or anything. It's like if it's an array, it's like 0 set of values and everything. So hence here it starts from 0 as long as it's less than 5. So 0 goes into I equal to I plus 1. When it does that, it becomes 1, and then and then goes back into the loop until it's 5, and then when it's 5 it just ends. How it works: if, else, if, else, end. Enough said. I'm kidding. Number is in a variable here, and this is how you put inputs. This is like very Python-esque, I believe. Num equal to input, enter a number. So whenever you're like trying to put input, you use script. You can do this. I mean, you can try, but you can do this in command window because it's just complex like that. But yeah, you enter a number. If the number is greater than 0, it's like, oh, number's positive. Else if is so okay, let me go through this. So if the number is like satisfying this condition, do this. Else if it doesn't satisfy this condition, it goes to else if or else if. Sometimes else if can be omitted, sometimes else if and else can be omitted. I personally like to keep it clean. I have OCD like that in programming. Speaking of OCD, always write your comments, guys. Comments. I cannot stress how important they are, because if you do like any sort of programming, it makes it so much easier because you know where it's wrong. Like you can immediately go to the line and like potato tomato. So yeah, if it satisfies this condition, it goes into this, else it just goes out of the loop, out of this if condition. So in this case, because we have an else if, if we don't have an else, it's gonna show an error or something, because it does, like, computer doesn't know what to do if it doesn't like satisfy. So else if, and then it goes here, and then it goes to this condition, like cross checks, verifies this condition, and then does this if it satisfies it. If none of these conditions are satisfied, it what's it called, it goes to else. Like if else is the last thing you want to do. I personally usually never use else, just in case, because I mean I use else for like debugging situations when I'm like, oh, what if if this condition is not being satisfied at all. I just pull else and like, oh, the number really went in through this like condition, even though I don't know what you're thinking about, sort of situation. That's just me talking to my inner self, good and evil battling in my head. Yeah. So else, so if none of these conditions are satisfied, like if none of any condition is satisfied, it goes into else, and else it does this. Fair conditions loop. That's practically how it works in every programming languages. Some are easier to write syntax and some are hard. Easier Python, harder like C++, I believe. Java, holy smokes, that's, yeah. What's next? Plotting data. This is one of my favorite features of MATLAB, because in any other instance, like for C or any other instance, you're importing header files that probably are not even part and parcel of whatever programming language you're trying to do. Here, I'll show you how easy this is. This is the easiest thing you've This is the easiest thing you've done. So this is the syntax. Plot is a function. X, Y, plotting. What do you do? X and Y. Customize is all the shenanigans you can do. I'm gonna show it in the next slide. For example, plot T, A, T is a variable, A is a variable. They have to be, so in some instances it can be different intervals. Usually I would prefer them to be in same intervals because this is by default having like a square plot graph, else it's just not. Hold on, hold off, basically what it's saying in the slide. It's like, yeah, just like holds on to it and puts it in the same graph, you know, if you're putting multiple plot lines and whatnot. So let's say T equal to, what I love is sine waves. Okay, so let's do negative 360 to positive 360. Oh, my bad guys, I should have put a semicolon. You don't get to see this whole smokes. Let's say A equal to sine D. What's sine D? Whoa, that's crazy. That's sine in degrees function. So here also I would put T. Let's say sine T. You know, we wanna, okay, I'm gonna hold everything to not press enter right now because the computer is gonna go crazy. Semicolon, so that it doesn't show me, and like more so shove it to my face. What sine D time like of T is. So now let's say plot. Oh, plot. So T comma A. Let's say plot. Magic. Whoa, what is this? This is a sine wave. And 2 cycles of a sine wave because it's going from negative 360 to positive 360. At 0, it should have like a mirror effect, like because it's an even function. Oh, it's not. I'm kidding. It is an odd function actually. But yeah. So what else? Let's say you wanna type in multiple plots, right? So all you have to do is, okay, let's create another thing. What's it called? Let's call it E. E has entered the chat. Cos D T, hold back before pressing enter, semicolon for now. Let's say plot, like you wanna plot 2 things. Fun thing about MATLAB is you can do both. T comma A comma T comma, what's it called? E. And I want to plot all this. You see, we have both the plots in the same thing. Usually in script you can make like 2 plots. As well, you can make like 2 lines of plots. Potato, tomato. What else? Yeah, so we have this. Hold on, multiple plots. Hold on is when you're using a script, right? Let's say we just wanna. Oh, let's go to style. Let's stylize this. So yeah, I've shamelessly copied this from my professor, who copied it from mathworks.com. So if you want to stylize this, let's say my guy, let's say plot, and let's say T / let's do E because I have a joke in store. Let's say let's have it red. Let's have it. What do I want? What? Solid line. Yeah, sure. Solid line is cool. Solid line is solid. But plot. See this red line? It shows a W. What is it? It's a cos wave, but also this is what you're gonna take this semester. All the best. Yeah. So that's the so that just customizes things. Here are the customizations. I don't know what it is. I have to look it up every time. So I mean I expect everyone in the world to do the same unless you're on top of your things like that. Importing and exporting data. Trust me, this is the last one before we do our own model. Ooh, 5 minutes over time. We still got this. Fair play. I thought I was popular on campus. But yeah, importing and exporting data. This is a madness, right? This is very helpful, especially if you're importing data, usually using text files. Why do we use text files? Because it is very efficient in data storage and like just easy like that. Like you can create a text file. I'll show you. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna show you a text file until I make one using MATLAB. So let's A and B again. All right, let's switch it up real quick. I'm kind of bored. G. Let's say G. Oh, you see, random functions back again. Let's go. Guess who's back? Back again. Random and okay. Random. So it's creating a random number not nature, yeah, random rational numbers from with 20 rows and 5 columns. As tempted as I am, let's make it rand n. I can't believe I'm so energetic without pre-workout, usually I'd be dead by now. But before we are tempted to press enter, I don't want it to shove things up my face, so let's put a semicolon and proper way to. Oh wait. Let's just to OCD. Now I'm feeling the zen. So G rand n. I forgot how to type. Rand n. 20, stick to the script, semicolon. So it made that. That's how they think of matrices. If you want to see what it is this, so that you can, what's it called? G. Ooh, madness. So 20 rows, 5 columns, count it at your own free time. By the looks of it, I don't have the same liberty. I don't have that liberty. Random numbers G. So what do I want to do? What do I do? Ooh, I want it in a text file, a .txt file, a .txt meaning notepad, a notepad file. So yeah, you just type in that. So save. I believe you do have a space. Let's say my number. I hope Shivam doesn't have any .txt file named my number in this computer. If it's there, it's gone. Forget about it, my friend. .txt space A. Remember the space. So this is the G in this case. This is the variable that's going into ASCII. I believe it's ASCII. ASCII. You will know ASCII soon. Couldn't be bothered saying what that is. I mean, could be, but so it's just binary numbers are zeros and ones. I'm not gonna go into hexadecimal. Decimal numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. ASCII is like, it goes from, so I believe there are 1 to 10, and then every letter has its own ASCII value. Like F is probably the greatest value that can go into a digit. Oh yeah, so there is 1 to 9, and then 0 to 9, and then A B C D E F until like F, Yeah. So there are types of values basically, and like computer loves ASCII. So yeah, for now we're putting it in ASCII. We just saved it, and then let's say, ooh, how do you know I saved that shenanigans? You just go here, my number. If it's not here, I'll be heavily disappointed. Oh, who you? My number.txt. I made it, I swear. Because G is saved into okay. Let's stick to the script here. I was being a little too cocky perhaps. Uh B variable. Yeah, I was right. I was right all along. But yeah. B capital B equal to load. Okay. So this is to prove you that I have this thing. Load my number.txt. My dot xt. Okay, I see what's happening here. File name not txt space a space ASCII. Too much space. Yeah. There are a couple of instances where you don't give too much space. One is when you're writing syntax in MATLAB or any programming language. Two is with your girlfriend. But now I'm 100% sure it's saved. So B load my number dot txt. It exists. I deem your existence. Alright, so now my number. Okay, this usually works, okay? Here. I swear last night I saw it. Home. Oh wait, are we using cloud server? Come on. I know you have it. You proved me that you had it. Alright, screw this. My bad, I'm sorry. Notepad. So this is where like .txt files are open. Where the hell? Okay. Yeah, so it is there, trust me. My number.txt. Somewhere in this computer there is a file called my number.txt. You can mess with it. You can do many things. You can, if you want a certain number of values, you can take it. Yeah, all that works. Trust me, it's there. Yeah. Now we can play around with this, have fun. You know, what else? Yeah, so this is how you load this. So this is a load function that can load you any file. I believe in the newer versions of MATLAB you can load in Excel sheets, but I believe they have XLS read function for Excel sheets, and like IMG read for like image rendering. So yeah, we're not going over through that, but you can do those. You can totally do those. Also, ChatGPT is very helpful. Trust me. That's how I kind of know where my functions are. Or mathworks dot com. Let's make a model. Let's see. Ooh, 2 viewers. I believe I'm one of them. But so do we? Ooh, vanished. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and make a model if you guys don't mind. All right. So, what kind of model are we thinking, right? I want to have three resistors, and we need to calculate the series, parallel, and combination for them all. Make it such that the user gets to choose what combination they need and display. If it's they don't have to choose choice is a blessing, guys. Trust me. So let's just give it to whoever is using it. So let's create a new script. This is where madness happens, right? Oh god. Okay. Oh, I want you lower actually. Perfect. Hmm. Oh. Baby, come back. CLC. Here. All right, fresh start. So what we want to do is we have three resistors, and we need to calculate what's it called? Series, parallel, combination. First off, I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, so might as well make a comment saying make a let's make a resistor, right? And what's it called? Next, user gets to choose the combination. So we want three resistors. R1 equal to input function typing and input enter first value. Since I'm lazy like that, wait, comment. Since I'm savvy and lazy like that, I'm gonna copy paste. You guys should be doing this actually, just so you know. I was gonna guide you through it because I know how to do it, but it's okay. Change, we move. All right. I guess I ran out of time, but I can share you the script if you guys want. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace.
Crowded places, feel it sinking in. Lonely faces, say you need a friend. No matter the distance, I will always be there. No more inhibitions, I'll show you again. You've been lost and alone in the city of lights and know. Getting hot, feeling low, and it's out of your control. You should know that